Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Today we're going to play another game from the Larry Bird career replay. We have not played this in a while. Let me fill you in on the Celtics record here. The Celtics are currently 14-8 on this season. They came into this game with a 18-4 record. So they're 4 losses behind that, although they have won their last 3 games in a row and 7 of their last 8. Again, like I said, it's been a little while since we played this game, so it may take us a little while to get back into the flow of things. Celtics will be visiting the Kansas City Kings, who did actually win this game 94-88, so we'll try to change another loss into a victory here so we can get back on track and be only 3 games off of our pace. For the Boston Celtics, Dave Cowens is starting at starting center. Cedric Maxwell, the power forward. Larry Bird, who we're playing this replay of, Larry Bird's career replay, is the small forward. Chris Ford is your shooting guard, and Nate Tiny Archibald is your point guard. For the Kansas City Kings, is going to be Sam Lacey at center. Bill Robinson is your starting power forward. Scott Wedman would later be on the Celtics, is your small forward. Otis Birdsong is the shooting guard, and Phil Ford is your starting point guard. So that's the lineup for both teams. We get the jump ball here. And the jump ball is going to go to, looks like the Celtics are going to win that. Okay, not short side. It says end of quarter there. Okay. Alright, so hold on there. Alright, so let's start again here. So start of the second quarter. They're inbounding it. Let's see if we're back to where we should be now. This says quarter 2 here, so hold on. We're going to have to restart this. Alright, so we're going to try that again. For some reason, it got kind of messed up there. So, alright, so let's go to, so it's going to be +5 to the point guard. So that's going to be Kansas City will win the jump. There we go. I think we're all set now. A minor glitch there. So, alright, so the Celtics are going to steal the ball. Alright, it's going to be a fast break pass over to Chris Ford. And he'll put it up. And it'll be good. So Celtics get on the board first. And it's going to be Tiny Archibald with the assist. Kansas City inbounds it. And they will get it over to... Nobody is open. And that is going to go over to Otis Birdsong. Otis Birdsong will turn it over. It's going to be Celtics ball up by 2. Inbound pass over to Mr. Larry Bird. And he'll get fouled on the play. And it's going to be an offensive flagrant foul. So Bird called for the foul. So it'll be Kansas City ball. First team foul for the Celtics. First personal foul for Bird. Alright, so that's going to, nobody can get open. Finally, it's going to get over to Sam Lacey. And he will put up a shot. And great defense by Cowens. Forces the miss. And it's going to be Tiny Archibald comes down with the rebound for the Celtics. They will set it up. They'll get it over to Cowens. Cowens puts up a shot. And that will be a miss. And he'll come down with his own rebound. Put it back up. And this time his jumper will be good. And no foul on the play. So the Celtics out to a 4-0 lead. Into Wedman. Wedman puts up the shot. And that's going to get blocked by Bird. And it'll be out of bounds, Celtics ball. So inbound to Archibald. And he's going to give a great feed. And that's going to go into Maxwell. Maxwell, his first points of the game. Archibald, his second assist. Celtics out to a 6-0 lead to start the game. Kansas City inbounds it. Gets it over to Lacey. Lacey puts up the shot. And that shot will be no good. And it is going to be a foul on Bird. So Bird picks up his second foul quickly. So he will go to the bench. Hold on here. So Bird with 2 quick fouls. Will take a seat in just 2 minutes. Second team foul. Actually, they only have 1 foul for the Celtics here. Not sure exactly why. Anyway, so that's going to be inbound 2. Nobody can get open. Celtics playing good defense early on. They get it over to Phil Ford, the point guard. And he will give a great feed into Otis Birdsong. And Kansas City gets their first points of the game. Ford with the assist. Celtics ball up by 4. Over to Cowens. Well, almost a foul on Lacey, not quite though. He goes straight to the glass. So Cowens' shot is way off the mark. And Lacey comes down with the board for KC. And that's going to be stolen by Archibald. Celtics will set it up. Over to Cowens. And that is going to be a turnover. Kansas City with excellent defense here. Turnover of 6. It's about the highest I've seen it. And that will be a turnover by Cowens. And we'll be right back after some substitutions. Alrighty, no substitutions. So Kansas City ball after the Celtics turnover. They'll get it over to Robinson. And he'll put up a shot. And his shot will be good. So Kansas City closes the gap to 2. Birdsong with the assist. Celtics inbound it. And that's going to be stolen by Wedman. Fast break pass over to Ford. And he'll get fouled on the play. That's going to be a foul on Judkins, his first personal. So it's a shooting foul, so he'll go to the line and shoot 2. Ford, a 82% free throw shooter. Misses the first one. And he'll get the second one. So just a 1-point Celtics lead in the ball. Over to Judkins. Judkins will shoot a 3. A 3 ball. And that won't go. Robinson down with the rebound for Kansas City. Kansas City have a chance to take the lead here. They get it over to Ford.
Pull up for the jump shot.
And his jump shot will be no good. Cowens forces the miss.
What a defensive play!
And it looks like Birdsong's going to come down with the offensive board.
What a pass!
Nice feed into Wedman. He gets his first points of the game. Birdsong with the assist. And Kansas City takes their first lead of the day, 7-6. 4 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Celtics cannot get anybody open. They'll get it over to Ford. And Ford will give a great feed. And that's going to go into Archibald. He'll get his first points of the game. Celtics retake the lead, 8-7. Assist to Ford. Kansas City inbounds it. Into Lacey. Lacey puts up the shot. And that's going to be no good. Maxwell with the rebound. He'll pass it over to nobody open. Comes back around to him. And it's going to be, he'll get fouled. A defender high. So that's going to be his defender. So Maxwell will go to the line and shoot 2. Maxwell, 79% free throw shooter. Just gets the first one. And is able to make both. Celtics lead now up to 3. Over to Lacey.
Nice pass inside.
Nice inside pass over to Birdsong, who puts it up. 10-9 Boston. Lacey with the assist. Celtics inbound it. Over to Ford. And he will put up the shot. And that will be good.
Got it!
Maxwell with the assist. Approaching the midway point of the first quarter, the Celtics with a 3-point lead. Kansas City gets it over to Ford. And he will shoot a 3. And that'll be good. So that'll tie the game on the 3-pointer by Phil Ford. Celtics get it. Over to Maxwell. And he'll be fouled again. And that's going to be on Lacey. So once again, Max will go to the line and shoot 2 for 2 so far. Nothing but net on the first one. And clanked around, but is able to fall in. So Maxwell 4 for 4 from the line, drains both of them. And it's a 2-point Celtics lead. Kings get it up to Ford. Ford will shoot a 2 this time. And that will be a miss. Collins will get the rebound. Fast break pass into Maxwell. Maxwell will give the feed inside to Archibald, who puts it up and in. Maxwell, his second assist. Celtics with a 4-point lead. Halfway through the first. Kansas City gets it into Birdsong. Birdsong puts it up. And that'll be good. Alright, and this time we will make some substitutions. We'll be right back with the Celtics leading by 2. Alrighty, Bird comes back in for the Celtics with 2 personal fouls. Whiteman switches over to power forward for the Kings. And Reggie King comes in at small forward. And hold on there, let me go back here. I gotta sign a assist here. Alright, no assist necessary, as the power forward before only had a 2 rating, so he is not getting an assist on the play. So Celtics ball up by 2. And that's gonna be stolen by Lacey. Chance to tie the game here. Celtics get back quickly. Kansas City will set it up. It's going to go over to Birdsong. Birdsong puts it up. And that will not go. And that will be out of bounds Celtics ball. Let's see. Celtics get it over to... No, can't get anybody open. Finally, Bird gets open. He puts it up. And he's got his first points of the game. Celtics now have a 4-point lead. Celtics momentum now. Momentum of 3. Kansas City inbounds it into Wedman. And that's going to be a turnover. It's going to be Celtics ball. And that's going to go into Ford. Chris Ford with it. Puts it up. And that will not go. But however, the momentum is +2, is +3. And you only need a +2, so the shot will be good. So the Celtics with a 6-point lead, the largest lead of the day. As Kansas City inbounds it. And that's going to be stolen by Bird. And fast break pass over to Archibald. Puts it up. And that won't go. King comes down with the rebound for Kansas City. Fast break pass over to Birdsong. Kansas City known for their fast break. And that's going to be put up by Birdsong, and that will be blocked by Ford. As Maxwell comes down with the board for the Celtics. He'll pass it over to Bird. Bird puts it up. And that shot will be good. So Bird with 2 points after coming in, after sitting on the bench for a little bit, after getting 2 quick fouls. Seems to have refreshed himself. And Celtics lead now up to 8. Maxwell with the assist, his third. Kansas City inbounds it. Over to Ford. Phil Ford. Phil Ford puts it up. And that jumper is no momentum. And that is going to be no good. That's a miss. As Bird comes back to the rebound. He'll pass it. And it's going to go nobody open. And it's going to go into Archibald. Archibald will give a nice feed into Bird. So Bird now has 6 points. Archibald with his third assist. Kansas City is going to take a timeout to try to kill some of that Celtic momentum. All right, so Kansas City with the ball after the timeout. Gets it over to Lacey. Lacey will put it up. And that won't go. And let's see, defensive point guard. No, and that's going to go to Birdsong with the offensive board. He'll put it back up. And that won't go. But King will come down with the board, and he'll put it back up. Nice defense by Bird will force the miss. And Maxwell comes down with it. Pass it around, comes back to him. And he's going to get fouled. And that is going to be Wedman with the foul. So he'll go to the line and shoot 2 for 4 so far. Nails the first one. Able to get both, so perfect 6 for 6 from the line. Celtics lead now in double digits by 12 now, 26-14 as Kansas City inbounds it. And they'll get it over to Birdsong. Birdsong will feed it into Wedman. Will get his 4th point. Birdsong his 3rd assist. Celtics now at the 10-point lead. As we near the 3-minute mark of the first quarter. Let's get it over to Archibald. Archibald will give a pretty feed into Cowens. Puts it up and in. And we're right back after timeout. Well, not timeout, but the 3-minute mark of the period. TV timeout. With the Celtics up by 12. All right, substitutions by both teams. Kansas City will inbound it. And that's going to go into Gerard. Gerard will turn it over. So it'll be Celtics ball. Celtics get it into Nobody open. It's going to be stolen by Gerard. Celtics get back. Kansas City sets it up. Over to Elmore now in at center for Kansas City. And that shot will be good.
Ah, dandy.
And no assist on the play. Celtics inbound it. Up by 10. Nobody can get open. Finally, Archibald gets open. And he gives a nice pass into Maxwell, who puts it up and in. 30-18, Boston. Kansas City pushes it up. Still can't get anybody open. Shot clock is about to run out, so the Kansas City will have to force up a shot. And it's going to be Grunfield. And the jumper will not go. Rick Roby now in at center for the Celtics comes down with the ball. He will pass it over to Chris Ford. Puts up the shot. And it's good. So Ford now with 8 points. Celtics with a commanding 32-18 lead. Kansas City attempts to inbound it, cannot. Finally gets it over to Reggie King. He puts up the shot, and he's going to get fouled on the play. And that is going to be on Rick Roby, his first personal. Fourth team foul, so the Kansas City Celtics will be in the penalty from the rest of the quarter. Less than a minute left in the quarter, though. So Reggie King, though, will go to the line to shoot, too, as he was in the active shooting. So 73% free throw shooter is King. Hits the first one and gets both of them. So Celtics now with a 32-20 lead. And that is going to be almost stolen by McKinney. Maxwell puts up the shot, though. And that'll be good. So Maxwell, 12 points to lead the Celtics. 34-20. Kansas City working for the last shot. Trying to get the last shot here. And doesn't look like they're going to be able to. Can they get the shot off? Desperation shot at the buzzer. And no good. Actually, apparently there's a few more seconds still left. Gerard with it. Puts it back up. And that's going to be good. So just enough left, and Gerard gets his first points of the day. Celtics inbound it. And that will be the end of the first quarter. So the Boston Celtics with a commanding 34-22 lead at the end of one. At the end of one in the actual game, the Celtics led 37-28. So we'll be right back with the start of the second quarter. Soon. Be right back. All right, back with the start of the second quarter. Kansas City will inbound it, down by 12. Kansas City will get it into Wedman. Wedman puts up a shot, and that won't fall. But Robinson will come down with the offensive board. He'll put it back up. And that jumper is going to be good. So Robinson now with 4 points as Kansas City has all their starters in. Celtics with 3 bench players in right now. Roby at center. Judkins at shooting guard. and Gerald Henderson in at point guard. Cedric Max and Larry Bird, the starters, in. So Celtics get it into Henderson, and he's going to get fouled by Phil Ford. So he'll pick up his first personal. First team foul. Non-shooting foul. Celtics will inbound it. Over to Henderson. Henderson puts up the shot. And that will fall. So Henderson with his first points. No assist on the play. Kansas City inbounds it over to Lacey. Lacey with a nice feed. Inside pass over to Birdsong. So Birdsong now at 8 points on the day. Lacey with his second assist. Celtics push it up. Over to Roby. Roby with a nice feed. Inside pass into Henderson. He'll make the layup. And the Celtics with back to a 12-point lead. Kansas City pushes it up. Over to Robinson. Robinson will put up the shot. And that will not fall. That'll be out of bounds, Celtics ball. Celtics inbound it. Into Roby. No, Roby cannot get open. Neither can Maxwell. Finally, Roby does get open. He gets it, puts up the shot. And the reverse layup will not go. But he will come down with his own board. Puts it back up. And spin move is good. So Roby with his first points of the day. Celtics 14-point lead. Into Robinson. Robinson will commit the foul. And defensive 50. No, so it's going to be an offensive flagrant, though. Foul on Robinson. Not too happy with that call. So this will be Celtics ball. Celtics into Bird. Bird will give a nice feed. Into Judkins. Gets his first points of the day. Bird with his first assist. And the Celtics with their biggest lead of the day now, 16 points. And that's going to go into Odie can get open. And no, still nobody open. So they're going to have to put up 4 shot here as time is running out. And that is going to be 2-pointer jumper by Birdsong, and that is no good. Cannot get it to fall. But Robinson comes down the offensive board. Puts it back up. His jumper is no good. Lacey, though, another offensive board. Puts it up. And momentum is -1, so that will be no good. Roby with the board. He'll pass it over to Bird. Bird puts up the shot. And that runner is no good. Wedman with the board. He will pass it over to Phil Ford. Puts it up. And that shot will be good. So 42-28 Celtics. And the ball. And that's going to be stolen by Ford. Celtics get back quickly. Kings set it up. And they'll get it over to Ford, who'll shoot a 3. This time it won't go. And Larry Bird's going to come down with the board off the glass. And that's going to be a foul on Lacey, trying to get over the Judkins. So 8:36 remaining. Celtics ball. And a 14-point lead. They'll inbound it. He'll get it into Bird. And in and out. Cannot get it to go. Actually, it's looked like Wedman got a piece. Wedman forced that one, miss. But Lacey will come down with the defensive board for Kansas City. Passes it over to Wedman, and that's going to be a turnover. He throws it away. Celtics ball. Into Maxwell, and that's going to be a foul on Robinson. His third personal, so he's going to have to take a seat. All right, Celtics ball. 14-point lead after the turnover. They'll get it over to Bird. Bird puts up the shot. No good. Reggie King comes down with the board. He will pass it over to... Nobody can get open. Finally, Birdsong gets open, and it's going to be a foul on Carr. His first personal, first team foul. Kansas City inbounds it. Over to Phil Ford. And that shot will be good. No assist on the play, so 42-30 Celtics lead. Get it into Tony Archibald, now back in the game. And that jumper will be no good, but he will draw the... No, it's only for a three-pointer, so that's not a foul. And it's going to go out of bounds jump ball. And that'll be won by Kansas City. And they will get it into... Nobody can get open. And it's going to be over to Phil Ford. Phil Ford will be fouled. So Ford 66, our defensive high. Defender high, so it's defender. Ford 66, he does not meet that criteria, so it's going to be his defender. So, Ford will go to the line and shoot two. And he'll make the first one, 82% free throw shooter. And he'll make both of them to cut the Celtics lead to 10. So Celtics inbound it. Over to Cowens. Cowens with a nice feed into Roby. Now at power forward. So he gets his fourth point of the day. Assist goes to Cowens, his first. He's approaching the halfway mark of the second quarter with the Celtics with a 12-point lead. Kansas City trying to close the gap. Gets it over to Birdsong.
Line drive jumper.
And he'll put up the shot, and that will be good.
He buries that shot.
Weidman with the assist. Birdsong now in double digits with 10 points. Celtics lead now 10. Into Bird. Bird puts it up. And his shot is going to be good. So Larry Bird gets his 8th point. Carr gets his first assist. Inbound pass over to Lacey. And Lacey with a nice feed over to Wedman, who puts it up and in. Wedman now at 6 points. Lacey, his third assist. 10-point Celtics lead once again. Over to Bird. Puts it up. And that won't go. And it's going to be a loose ball foul. Check the offense first. So it doesn't go against the point guard here. Here's the offense, but here's a point guard, so it's got to be the defender here. So it's going to go against Ford, his second personal. So it remains Celtics. Celtics will inbound it. And they'll get it over to Bird. Bird puts it up. And that is going to be it's going to be no good. As the momentum is not going the Celtics' way for a change. As Rick Roby will come down with the board. He will take the shot. And his jumper is going to be a forced miss by Wedman.
What a defensive play!
Reggie King with the board. He'll pass it over to Birdsong. Birdsong will turn it over, though. So he travels, and it'll be Celtics ball. 5 minutes left till halftime. Celtics with a 10-point lead. Celtics had led most of the way. And that is going to go over to... Nobody can get open. So it'll go over to Carr. Carr puts it up. No good. So Archibald comes down with the offensive board, puts it back up. And that will not fall, but he will draw the foul. And that is going to be on Birdsong, his first personal of the day. But it was a shooting foul, so Archibald will go to the line to shoot too. Archibald, 83% free throw shooter. Celtics trying to add to their 10-point lead. Misses the first one, in and out. And makes the second one, so 1 for 2. 11-point lead for the Celtics. Kansas City pushes it up, gets it out to Birdsong. Birdsong puts it up. And his jumper will be good.
Ah, dandy.
Celtics get it over to Carr.
Here's a runner on the wing.
And that is going to be a miss. Forced by Birdsong.
Defense.
Roby, though, with the offensive board for the Celtics, puts it up.
For the jump shot.
And that is going to be good, and he will draw the foul. So chance for the three-point play by Roby. Oh, hold on here. No, looks like it's going to be, though, an offensive flagrant, so wipe the basket off. So Roby not happy with that. So Kansas City with the ball, down by 9. Over to Birdsong. And he'll be good, so it cuts the Celtics lead to 7. Celtics will take a timeout. The Celtics inbound it. And Archibald will turn it over. You can see the chance to cut the lead to 5. Get it over to Ford. Ford puts it up. And that will be good. Celtics lead now only 5. And now they will call timeout. Another one. Celtics inbound to get it up to Roby. And it's going to be a foul this time on Wedman. So Roby will go to the line and shoot 2 as Kansas City is in the penalty. So Roby, just 68% free throw shooter. Makes the first one. And they're able to get both of them to push the Celtics lead back up to 7. So Kansas City with it, over to Ford. And he's going to get fouled. And that's going to be on Cowens. So Ford is 3 for 4 so far today from the charity stripe. Makes the first one. And makes both of them. 49-44 Boston. Over to Cowens. Cowens puts it up. And Lacey will force the miss. King there with the rebound. He'll pass it. And it's going to go over to Birdsong. Birdsong very active today in the Kansas City offense, as he usually is. Misses it. Cowens with the board. Pass it over to Archibald. And he'll turn it over. And we'll be right back after these substitutions. All right, Kansas City inbounds it with 2:48 left in the first half, down by 5. Can't get anybody open. Celtics playing great defense. It's going to force the shot here. Elmore in at center will have to force a shot here and put one up.
Up and under.
And that won't fall. Nice defense by Collins.
Defensive play.
Roby now with the rebound. He'll pass it over to... Can't get anybody open. And it's going to be a foul on Grunfield. So he'll pick up his first personal. So Ford will go to the line and shoot 2. 75% free throw shooter. His first free throws of the day. Makes the first one. And makes both of them to push the Celtics lead back up to 7. Less than 2 minutes left in the first half. Kings get it over to Gerard. Gerard will shoot a 2. And that is going to be good.
That was sick, wicked, and nasty.
So Gerard with 4 points now. Grunfield picks up his first assist. Celtics ball. Gets it over to Roby. Roby with a nice feed into Ford. So Ford now with 12 points. To tie Maxwell for the team lead. Roby with the second assist. As it's up back to a 7-point Celtics lead. Over to Elmore. And nice defense by Collins, forces the miss.
What great defense.
And he'll come down with the board. Fast break pass over to Ford. Ford puts it up. And that is going to be a miss forced by Grunfield. And Grunfield will come down with the board. And we have an injury here on Gerald Henderson. And let's see what we got here. So pass 2 number, that's going to be, so he'll be out just for the half, that's all. So not that much longer left in the half, less than only a little over a minute. So just tweaked his ankle, it looked like. So he will come out here. And Archibald will come back in. Actually, we'll put Chris Ford in at point guard for the last minute. And we'll put Cheney will come in. Alright. Alright, so Kings inbounded over to Grunfield. Grunfield will turn it over.
A turnover.
So it'll be Celtics ball. Under a minute now till halftime. And that's going to go into Bird. Bird puts it up. And that just barely goes in. Looked like it was going to come back out, but stayed in. So Celtics lead back up to 9. Kansas City will get it over to Elmore. Elmore put it up. No good. Loose ball foul. That's going to be on Grunfield. Offensive foul. So Cheney will go to the line and shoot 2. 76% free throw shooter. Misses the first one. And makes the second one 1 for 2. So Celtics lead back up to double digits now as Kansas City inbounds it. They'll play for the last shot. It's going to be stolen, though, by Cheney. And the Celtics will set up for the last shot here. And get it over to Cowens. Cowens will put it up. And that won't go. And Elmore with it. He'll pass it, and that is going to be it. So the Celtics get their lead back up to 10 points at halftime. So let's check and see what the halftime score was. Hold on. It was actually 57-53 Kansas City at halftime, so Celtics have turned that around with a 10-point lead at halftime. So let's check out the stats here at halftime. So to lead the Celtics, Maxwell and Ford both with 12 points. Actually, Birdsong and Phil Ford lead all scorers with 14 points for Kansas City apiece. Time of possession, let's see here, where is it? Anyway, that's possessions, it's different. Celtics shooting 56% from the floor, Kansas City 44%. Free throws, Celtics 86%, 12 for 14 shooting. Kansas City 7 for 8. Celtics definitely been to the line a lot more. Rebounds, tied at 17. And nobody in serious foul trouble. Bill Robinson does have 3, though, for Kansas City. So Celtics' largest lead was 16, and Kansas City's largest lead was just 1. So, all right, so we'll be back with the start of the third quarter after this. All right, here we are at the start of the third quarter. The Celtics with a 10-point lead. Kansas City will inbound it. Start is in for both teams. Get it over to Robinson. Robinson leads all players with 3 personal fouls. He will get the ball and put up a shot. And that is way off the mark. And it's going to be Phil Ford. Will get the rebound for Kansas City. And he's going to get fouled. 32 are defensive high. And that is going to be on Cowens. He's the highest number here. So Cowens picks up his second personal. So he was in the active shooting. So Ford will go to the line, 5 for 6 for the line. He's done most of Kansas City's free throw shooting so far. He misses the first one. And nails the second one. So 1 for 2. Celtics ball. Into Ford. Ford will put it up. And that shot will be no good because of the HRF. But Cowens does come back down the rebound for the Celtics. Puts it back up. That won't go. Robinson with the board. He'll pass it over to Lacey, and he's going to get fouled by Cowens. So Cowens picks up 2 quick fouls. Now with 3 fouls. Celtics inbound it. And another foul on Chris Ford. His first personal. So Celtics already have 3 team fouls. Less than a minute into the third quarter. Over to Birdsong. And HRF is 4. That is going to be good. No assists. 7-point Celtics lead. And that is going to be a foul on Lacey. First Kansas City foul. First team foul. Third foul on Lacey. Celtics inbound it. A lot of heavy hitting going on so far. And another foul. This one on Robinson. So Robinson picks up his 4th personal. He'll have to take a seat. Alright, so Celtics inbound it. And another foul on Reggie King this time. So lots of refs calling just about everything. Celtics inbound it over to Maxwell. Maxwell puts it up. And that shot will be good.
That was sick, wicked, and nasty.
So Maxwell with 14 points now to lead the Celtics. Cowens with the assist. Second assist of the game. And they're going to get it into Ford. And nice pass feed into Lacey, who puts it up and in. Lacey with his first points of the game. Ford with his second assist. Celtics lead down to 7. Into Archibald. Puts it up. Way off the mark. Reggie King with the rebound. Comes around, Pitt gets back over to him. It's going to be another foul on Bird. So Bird picks up his third personal. So Celtics with 14 fouls, Kansas City with 3. So a lot of heavy hitting. Not even 3 minutes into the second half. And this is going to go over to, nobody can get open. It's going to go over to Lacey at center. And he will turn it over.
Threw it away. A turnover.
Accidentally hit that one twice. All right, turnover because I didn't think it responded. Let's help us get it into Maxwell. Maxwell will put it up, and he will be fouled. And it looks like it's going to be on Wedman. Wedman picks up his third personal. He was in the act of shooting, so Maxwell is a perfect 6 for 6, goes through the line. So definitely not the person you want to foul today. Makes the first one. And is able to nail both, so a perfect 8 for 8 is Maxwell. And Celtics lead back up to 9. Kings push it up. And they'll get it over to Phil Ford. Phil Ford will turn it over, though. So Celtics ball after the travel. Over to Bird. Bird puts it up. No good. But Ford comes down with the offensive board for the Celtics. And he will pass it. Pass it around. It'll come back to him. And nice defense by Birdsong, forces the miss. Lacey comes down with the defensive board for KC. Pass it over to Wedman. And he's going to get fouled by Maxwell. Maxwell picks up his first personal. Celtics now in the penalty. Both teams will be shortly in the penalty. Kansas City with one more foul. Wedman, his 80% free throw shooter, goes to the line for the first time today. Makes the first one. And misses the second one. And he'll get his own rebound. He puts it back up. And misses it. And it'll be out of bounds, Celtics ball. So Wedman able to get 1 of 2. 8-point Celtics lead. Over to Ford. Runner will not go. But he will get his own rebound. And he'll pass it. That's going to be stolen by King. Celtics get back quickly. Kansas City sets it up. And that's going to go over to Wedman. Wedman will put up a shot. And nice defense by Maxwell forces the miss. And he'll come down with the board. Fast break pass over to Archibald. Nice feed inside back to Maxwell. And Maxwell now with 18 points to lead all scorers. And the Celtics lead back up to 10. Kansas City inbounds it. Over to Lacey. Lacey puts it up. And his spin move will be good, and he will draw the foul. So chance for a 3-point play for Lacey. Center 64 defensive high. It's going to be him. He is the defensive high. So Collins now with his fourth personal. So he'll come out and sit on the bench. All right, so Lacey trying to complete the 3-point play. He'll have 2 shots to make 1. That was the rule back then. So, 74% free throw shooter. Misses the first one. And misses both of them. Oops. It's going to be Celtics ball. I should have... not sure exactly how many this is going to take off. So anyway, though, he'll miss. So he'll miss it. Oh, this is for the shot. So he makes the shot. He'll go to the line. Wait a second here. Oh, they didn't give me a chance at something here. I think they messed up here. Okay, that should have been... I messed up. Alright, undo. Alright, so this is a miss of the rebound. That's what I wanted to do. It was blocked out, so I couldn't do that last time. Alright, there we go. So Celtics will get the ball. Maxwell with it. He'll pass it over to Carr, and that's going to be stolen by Birdsong. Fast break pass over to Ford. Nice inside pass into King. Puts it up and in. Ford with his third assist. Celtics lead just 6 now. And Celtics will get it over to Archibald. Archibald with a nice pass into Carr. Carr with his first points of the day. Archibald with 7 assists now. Celtics lead back up to 8. Over to Lacey. Lacey will turn it over though, as he travels. Celtics get it over to Archibald. Archibald with the shot. And that shot will be good. So Archibald with 7 points and 7 assists. And back to a 10-point lead. Kansas City pushes it up over to Lacey. Lacey puts it up. And that shot will be good.
Can you believe that?
Ford with the assist. Celtics will take a timeout. So Celtics inbound it after the timeout. Over to Archibald. And he will turn it over. The second time Archibald has turned it over after a timeout. Kansas City with it. Stolen this time by Bird, though. Nice steal. Fast break pass over to Archibald. He dishes it over to Bird. So Bird now with 12 points. Archibald 8 assists now. Kansas City with it. Over to Birdsong. And that won't go. Roby, though, with the board. He'll get it over to nobody open. And still nobody open. Celtics will... Roby will be forced to take a 2-pointer here.
He goes straight to the glass.
And cannot get it to fall, but he will draw the foul.
Draws the foul.
And it's going to be guard center. Guard 40 or defender high, so that is going to be on Lacey. So Roby will go to the line and shoot 2. 2 for 2 so far today. Makes the first one. And nothing but net. Makes the second one. Celtics lead up to 12. Kansas City with it. Over to Lacey. And nice defense by Roby will force the miss.
Defensive play.
King will come down with the offensive board. He'll pass it over to Ford. Ford will put it up. And his jumper will not fall. Roby with the board. Roby with 8 rebounds, now at 8 points. So a great day off the bench for him. Pass it over to Maxwell. And that shot will fall. So Maxwell with 20 points now. Carr with his second assist. Celtics lead back up to 14. So Lacey playing with 4 fouls now. Gets it. And turns it over as he travels. So he will come out of the game. Alrighty, Celtics inbound it. Inside of 4 minutes in the third quarter. We'll get it over to Carr. Carr will turn it over though. Another travel. Kansas City gets it into Elsmore now in at center.
Reverse layup.
And that will not fall in and out. And Bird will come down with the board. He'll pass it over to Archibald, and it's going to be Ford is going to with the foul, third personal. So 1 for 2 is Archibald for the line. He'll go to the line. And first shot is good. And he makes both to up the Celtics lead to 16. Tied for their highest of the day. So Kansas City has it. Over to Birdsong. Birdsong will put it up. Will not fall. And it's going to be a jump ball. Celtics will get it. Over to Archibald. Archibald puts up the shot. And his shot is good.
Ah, dandy.
Assist will go to Bird, his second assist. And we'll get back after these substitutions. Alrighty, 3 minutes left. So, substitutions, including Robinson, who will play safe with 4 personals for Kansas City. As Kansas City inbounds it, down by 18 now. Celtics' biggest lead of the day. And that's going to go over to McKinney now in at point guard. Puts it up. And that will not fall. Maxwell, though, with the board. Comes around back to him.
The jumper on the baseline.
Jumper will not fall. Robinson with the rebound. They will set it up. Nobody open. Still nobody open. And they get it over to Robinson. He puts up a desperation shot at the buzzer. And at the 24-second clock. As it goes off. And that is going to be a miss. So out of bounds. So jump ball. Actually, jump ball now. Kansas City wins the jump ball. Over to Grunfield. And he'll get fouled. So point guard 14. So that's going to go against Archibald. So he'll be called for his second personal. And Grunfield will go to the line to shoot 2. 77% free throw shooter. His first shots of the day. Misses the first one. Makes the second one. 1 for 2. Celtics lead 17 now. As they have the ball. And that is going to be a steal. For McKinney. Celtics back quickly as Kansas City will set it up. Over to Elmore. Elmore puts it up. And the spin move will not go. As Reggie King comes down with the board, his 8th rebound of the day. Puts it back up. And that is no good. Roby with the board. Celtics will set it up. Over to Archibald. And he will turn it over again. So 3 turnovers for Archibald today. At least 3 turnovers that we know of. So 1 minute left in the third quarter. Kansas City ball. Nice pass by Elmore. Into Robinson. Puts it up. Credit Elmore with the assist on the play. Robinson with his 6th point. Celtics ball. And they will get it over to Bird. Bird will put it up. And that'll be good. So Bird has been quiet for a little while lately. Now has 14 points on the day. And Archibald will get his 9th assist. So 1 assist away from a double-double. And they'll get it over to McKinney, who gets open. Puts up the shot. And nice defense by Archibald forces the miss. King comes down the rebound for Kansas City. He'll pass it over to Elmore. Elmore with a nice feed. Into Grunfield. Puts it up and in. Elmore will get the assist. 2nd of the day. And Celtics lead 15 now. Pass over to Archibald. Archibald will turn it over again. So another turnover by Archibald. Sloppy play by Archibald today. And that is going to be it. It's at the end of the third quarter. The Celtics have a 78-63 lead. They would trail on the exact score at the end of 3. So definitely a much better turn of events today as they have a 15-point lead with 1 quarter to go. All right, here we start the fourth quarter. The Kansas City down by 13. Celtics will inbound it. Over to Carr now in the game. And he will turn it over. So Kansas City ball. Over to Wedman. Redmond will put it up. And that shot will be good. So Wedman now with 9 points. Credit McKinney with the assist. Celtics ball. Over to Gerald Henderson now in the game.
Line drive jumper.
And that shot will be good. So Henderson now with 6 points. Fernstein in the game for the first time today with his first assist at power forward. And that's going to be a foul on Judkins. He picks up his 2nd personal. First team foul. Non-shooting foul. Kings get it over to Wedman. Wedman with a nice feed. Into Burleson. Getting his first minutes of the day at center. Gets his first basket. Celtics ball. Up by 13. Over to Judkins. Judkins puts it up. That'll be a miss. Burleson will come down with the board. Celtics get back quickly, so Kansas City will set it up. And that's going to be stolen by Cowens. Sets it up. And it's going to go over to Carr. Carr puts up the best shot, and that'll be good. So Carr with 4 points on the day. Cowens with his third assist. Inbound to pass to Wedman. And he will shoot a three. Way off the mark. Cowens with the rebound. Slow it down. Over to back to Cowens. And that will not go. He'll come down with his own board. Put it back up. No good. Bernstein with their offensive board. Puts it up. In and out. Won't go. Can't get it to fall. Another offensive board by the Celtics. Judkins. Celtics battling here. Judkins with the pass. Over to Henderson.
Nice pass inside.
Nice inside pass over to Judkins. Judkins now with 4 points. Henderson, his first assist of the day. Approach the 9-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Kansas City inbounds it. Over to Birdsong. Birdsong puts it up. And that will go, but he will draw the foul.
Draws the foul.
And that is going to be on Carr. Carr picks up his second personal. He was in the act of shooting. Birdsong will go to the line. His first free throws of the day. Birdsong, 69% free throw shooter, makes the first one. And we'll do some quick substitutions here. All right. Second free throw here. And misses the second one. Robinson with the offensive board. He'll pass it over to Wedman. Puts it up. And that won't go. Nice defense by Maxwell, forces the miss. But Wedman comes down with the offensive board, puts it back up. And this time it will be good. Celtics with a 14-point lead now. As they inbound it, push it up. I'll get over to Cowens. Jump shot will not go. Archibald will come down with the board. Now back in the game. Nice feed into Chris Ford, now back in. Ford now with 14 points. And Archibald has a double-double, 11 points and 10 assists. Kansas City inbounds it. Over to Lacey. Lacey with a nice pass into Birdsong. So Birdsong with 19 points to lead Kansas City. And Lacey with his fifth assist. 86-72 Boston. Into Maxwell. Maxwell will put it up and he'll get fouled by Robinson. His fifth personal. So he will go to the bench. So Elmore in at power forward now. As Maxwell goes to the line, a perfect 8 for 8 today. Make that 9 for 9. And 10 for 10. So Maxwell having a will of a day, especially from the free throw line. A perfect 10 for 10. Let's see here. All right, they're going to press it next possession. Kansas City will. And that's going to be a steal by Maxwell. Fast break pass. Note, they decide to hold it up. They'll get it over to Bird. And his jumper will be no good as Wedman forces the miss. And that'll be out of bounds. Be tied up, so jump ball, won by Kansas City. Into Wedman. He will put it up. And that will be no good. Celtics with it. So Kansas City will be in the press. Not depressed. No, they could be right now, but traveling as they trail the Celtics by 16 points. Here's the pass, and that is going to be a steal by Lacey. So the press works this time. Celtics back quickly. Kansas City holds it up. Over to Lacey. Lacey will shoot a 2. Nice defense by Collins, forces the miss. As Birdsong comes down with the board. Puts it back up. Nice defense by Ford, forces the miss. Bird with the rebound. He will come back, and it'll come back to him, and that's going to be a turnover, though. Bird will turn it over. So 7 minutes left in the game, with the Celtics having a commanding 16-point lead. Kansas City ball into Wedman.
Pull up for the jump shot.
Jump shot. Ooh, nice. Chris Ford forces the miss. Maxwell comes down with the board. Fast break pass over to Archibald. Puts up the shot. And then it's going to be no good. Force miss by Birdsong. Elmore comes down with the rebound. And he will pass it over to Birdsong.
The drive to the basket.
And it's going to be no good. Lacey with it. Puts up the shot. And Cowens forces the miss.
What great defense.
Bird with the rebound. Oh no, Chris Ford has no injury. So no substitutions necessary. Turn back to the game. So Celtics inbound it. Kansas City in the press. Over to Ford. Ford will shoot a 3. No good. Defense 64. Yeah, that's going to be a foul on Elmore. Second team foul for Kansas City. Elmore's first personal. Celtics ball. Celtics get it into Bird. Assist is greater than 12, so no, that doesn't take effect. But Bird will give a nice feed. Let's make sure I get these right here. Guard 9. So it's a 2, yeah. So it's going to be Bird with a nice assist pass to Maxwell. So Maxwell, 24 points. Definitely player of the game for the Celtics so far today. The Celtics take a 90-72 lead. And the City with it. They shoot a 3. Not even close. Maxwell with the board. Fast break pass over to Ford. Ford will feed it over to Cowens. And it's good. As Ford gets the assist. And we'll be right back after these substitutions. Alright, and we're back. Robinson back in there with 5 personal fouls. 6 minutes left in the game. Kansas City inbounds it into Robinson. Puts up the shot. And that is going to be blocked by Maxwell. But he does come down with the rebound. And it's going to be Bird with the foul, his 4th personal. 3rd team foul. Pass into Lacey. Up Up and under is no good. Rebound by Maxwell. Maxwell, one more rebound, and he'll get a double-double. Celtics slow it down. And let's see here. That's going to go. That's the power forward. And that's going to go over to Cowens. No assists there.
He goes straight to the glass.
And that shot will be good. No assist there. Kansas City ball. And that'll be a foul on Maxwell, his second personal. 4th team foul. Celtics will be in the penalty from the rest of the way. So Birdsong with it.
The jumper on the baseline.
And that will be no good. Chris Ford forces the miss.
Defense.
And he will come down with the rebound. Slow it down. Bird with it. Bird will shoot a 3. And no, cannot get it to fall. Lacey down with the rebound for Kansas City. He gets it over to Lacey. And he's going to get fouled. And he will go to the line to shoot 2 as Cowens picks up his 5th personal. So Roby will come in for Cowens. So Lacey 0 for 2 will go to the line. Gets his first one. And misses the second one. It's just 1 for 4 from the line. See if that might have been intentional. And it's going to be Archibald with the rebound. Pass it over to Ford. Ford will shoot a 3. And that won't go. Celtics not shooting it well at all, but from beyond the arc. Robinson with the rebound. Pass it over to Wedman.
Here's a runner on the wing.
And that won't fall. Archibald with it. Pass break pass over to Bird. And he'll come back around and he'll shoot a 3. No good. And it will be Roby down with the board. Puts it back up. And that shot will be good. So Celtics with a 23-point lead as Kansas City will call a timeout with just 4 minutes left. So Celtics in full control. Can't see it after the timeout has it. And it's going to be stolen by Ford. Fast break pass to Archibald. He'll put it up. And that will be good. So Archibald, 13 points, 10 rebounds. Nice double-double for the day. Celtics playing very well. Full control. As Kansas City inbounds it. Over to Birdsong. Birdsong with it. And it's good. Yes, it was, as Sam Lacey gets the assist. Birdsong with 21 points now. And that's going to be stolen by Lacey. No fast break. Celtics get back. Over to Lacey. Nice inside pass to Ford. 98-77, 21-point Celtics lead. It's going to go over to Oh, nobody can get open. It's going to go over to Ford. Ford will turn it over. There's a lot of Celtics turnovers today, but they do have a commanding lead. Kansas City ball. And over to Wedman. Wedman will put it up. And his shot will be good.
Ah, dandy.
Celtics inbound it. It's going to go over to Archibald, and he is going to get fouled. So Phil Ford picks up his 4th personal. Celtics inbound it. Kansas City has 1 more to give. And that's going to be a foul on Birdsong. There it is. So Kansas City Celtics will be in the bonus from now on. They'll inbound it. Try to inbound it. They get it over to Bird. Bird will shoot it 2. And that is going to be a forced miss by Wedman. It'll be out of bounds, Celtics ball. Over to Archibald. No good. Robinson with the board for Kansas City. He'll pass it over to Birdsong. Just a minute left here. And he'll turn it over. So Celtics ball. The commanding 19-point lead. And that is going to go over to Bird. And he is going to get fouled. So Bird will go to the line and shoot 2. Bird, his first free throws of the day. 84% free throw shooter makes the first one. And he'll miss the second one. As Robinson comes down with the board. So Bird now with 15 points on the day. He will pass. Kansas City will pass it. Over to Birdsong. That's going to be blocked by Boston. Lacey, though, with the rebound. And he will turn it over. It'll be Celtics ball. Over to Bird. Plus assist if greater than 4, so it is going to be an assist.
Nice pass inside.
So inside pass to Ford. So Bird gets the assist. Not that it matters that much there. So inbound it. It's going to go over to Lacey. And he will shoot it 2.
Spin move in the lane.
That is going to be a miss. And that's just about going to do it. Bird comes down with the board. He passes it. And that will do it. So the Celtics with a commanding 101-79 trouncing of the Kansas City Kings in front of their home crowd. Celtics definitely dominated, playing a lot of good defense in that second half, opening up their lead. So Maxwell leads all scorers with 24 points. Roby and Robinson both with 10 rebounds. And Nate Turney Archibald with a double-double, 10 points to lead all players with assists. So let's take a look at our box score here. So Celtics have beaten Kansas City twice now. once at home and once away. And they have a record of 15-8 on the season. They were 18-5, so just 3 games off their pace at this point in the season. Let's see, Larry Bird with 15 points on 7 for 17 shooting, 0 for 2 from three-point land, so 7 for 19 shooting officially. Just 1 for 2 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, a block, and 4 personal fouls, also 4 assists. So Maxwell again led all scorers with 24 points. Next highest score was Chris Ford with 16. Rick Roby with 10 points off the bench. Rick Roby also led with a double-double with those 10 points off the bench, 10 rebounds also. Maxwell just 1 rebound away from a double-double. Archibald with a double-double with 13 points and 10 assists. For Kansas City, Birdsong led them with all scorers for them with 21 points. Phil Ford with 17 points, point guard, and Wedman with 13. Their bench did not do much. Robinson led the team with 10 rebounds, and Lacey with 7 assists. So overall, the Celtics shot 52% from the floor. Kansas City only 39% from the floor, so that was the difference there. And also, too, from the free throw line, Kansas City just 12 for 20. Celtics shot 21 of 24 with 88%. Battle of the rebound boards. Celtics won 43-38. And Celtics turnovers even 21 and 22. Harney Archibald with 6 turnovers in the game. So that is it. So thank you for joining me. It's been Eric from Higher Ground Gaming. We got this game in an hour and a half. Pretty good, though. We're getting faster at this anyway. We may have made a few mistakes, but I think we did pretty well overall. Again, it's very tiring doing this game, so I think we did well. So, all right. So that will be it for today. And we'll be back. This is a game from December 2nd of 1979. So we'll be back in a couple of days from the game December 4th of 79. The Celtics will take on the Detroit Pistons in Detroit. So should be a good game. So thank you for joining me. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hope you had a great time. And remember that to worship God for who He is, and not for necessarily what He does, for who He is. So take care and God bless. Bye-bye now.